to the Scamslam channel. I'm here to bring you content from both shady and some not so shady individuals on TikTok. Ever scrolled through your For You page and come across a sketchy scam or a questionable character? Well, you're not alone, and that's where I come in. On this channel, I'll be diving deep into the world of TikTok to expose scams, scammers, and problematic content to steer clear of. From beggars, scammers, fakers, liars, abusers, and awareness creators that you watch, I'll be here to share it all. I'll be doing it all through showing live streams and adding in comments where appropriate. Be sure to look out for those red flags. So if you want to stay informed on what's really going on in the world of TikTok, then hit that subscribe button and join me on this wild ride. Let's expose the truth together, and reminder, don't send money to anyone on TikTok.
Nope. So
guess who's back, and guess who needs money for a hotel room again? Ugh. Here we go again, y'all.
So yeah. I need $70 to keep the room. Then anything extra over 70 would go to the gas tank. Altogether, 90 would solve my whole day, but 70 would definitely take the load off, and then I could figure out how to come up with some gas money. Right now, I'm sitting almost on E. I did have to leave the hotel to come get on live, but I stayed as close as I could because our service sucks at the hotel. So yeah. Had a couple people ask me last night for my CA and act like they was going to help me, and just ended up reporting my CA. So yeah. Hey Ashley, how are you doing? But Angela is back in the room right now. So let her rest there as much as she possibly can. Kind of just went ahead and last night got everything together. She's doing okay. But she was still asleep when I left. I told her I was leaving, trying to get some things together and set her an alarm. That way she can get up and try to eat her a little something. If we have to leave, she's not leaving on an empty stomach. So morning, Mary Jane. So that's kind of where we're stuck at. Good morning, slow motion. It's just a hamster wheel I can't seem to get off of. Good morning, Holly and Ben. Mary Jane, I'm here. Blessed to be here. I shoved that earbud too deep. Good Lord, I'm about to put my right earbud in my left ear through the right ear. Good morning, Amelia. But yeah, that's kind of our situation right now. It's like I need $70 to keep the room. I need gas money. Uh, yeah, just a bad moment. Today it get better. Something to get better. Um, just a bad moment. But it's just it is what it is, right, guys? We've got to go through the bad and the good, right? If it was all good, we wouldn't appreciate it as much. So job search is actually going pretty good. So yeah, that's going good. Trying to get some help today, so we can keep our hotel room. Me and my wife are homeless. Um, thank you. I made a phone call right before I got on here to a place that um, they help mostly men, but I'm hoping they will steer us in direction to a program that might actually help me and my wife. Yeah, I was able to make it to the job fair. So, but I actually had a couple of good leads coming out of that. So, today we've been praying that something good happens, and praying that when something good happens, we get left alone and able to dig out of this. Um, I was starting to get better hours at Harbor Freight. I was starting to make better paychecks and wasn't depending on this app and hoping someone would be kind to us and help us out. And then that went to crap, you know. But so we're hoping this next opportunity. I'm to the point to where I'm not even. I don't even think I'm gonna let anyone know that I'm working. I'm just gonna go to work, make money, get on here when I have time, and talk. You know, because it sure got screwed up for me. And it kind of hit me in the breadbasket too. I ain't even gonna lie, it knocked the wind out of me because I really liked the job I had. It's like, good morning, Larva. You know, I like the people I work with. I like the job I had. Good morning, Donna. Well, happy Wednesday to you too, T&T Mom. Excuse me, guys. Should have grabbed me a glass of tea before I left, and I did not. Hey, Storm. Happy Wednesday to you. But they usually give us to 12. 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 So we usually have to about 12 to come up with the money and everything. Good morning. Thank you for the heart me, Alicia. Freezing up. Had good connection for such a long time. Damn it. Is that any better? I may have to try to go to a different location and jump back on. Thought it was going to work here. I mean, I'm legit looking at a freaking cell tower. Okay. It's like I figured where I park, I'm looking at a cell phone tower. So I'm like, man, it's got to be good service. A few hundred yards away from the cell phone tower. Good morning, Jamie. All right, now it's back to good connection. So, well, my connection was said unstable for a while, and it was on my that 4G LTE stuff. Now I'm back up to my 5G good connection. So, watching these birds out here. I love birds. I love them. Um, we always had birds growing up. Angela's terrified of them. Um, so that's why I don't have any kind of bird, or hadn't had any kind of bird. since me and her got married and moved in together and everything. And, you know, oh man. What's good you're going to rehab them like that, though? Tell you, lack of sleep is catching me again. It is catching up to me again, guys. That's a pretty bird. We had an African redhead named Bojangles. And then we had a few cockatoos and stuff. But Bo was my bird. He was a pretty good sized bird, and he he hated the long hair. Uh, I used to tell Angela when she used to come to my house when we was dating and stuff and everything, and she had long hair back then. I was like, you got to put your hair in a ponytail. So you walk in with your hair down, Bo's gonna fly over to you, and he's gonna try to swing on your hair, and he's gonna be very aggressive. And you had your hair in a ponytail, you leave me alone. I love it. Bo would sing to you. Um, Man, growing up, there's always music around, so Bo took to singing. Good morning. I should have got a cup of coffee. Is what I should have got. Goodness. He never rode in the car with us. He was just strictly a house bird. I'm located in Dyersburg, Tennessee. This motel does not do breakfast. I wished it did, because I'd have definitely stopped by and got me something and a cup of coffee before I came out. And usually the cheaper hotels don't supply breakfast, so boy, that's a nice breeze coming through this car right now. I slept. I slept like I was on a train track last night. We can use the air fryer at this one. That's the most we can do at this one. No, I'm pretty sure I've never been to Washington. Washington. I've always been in. Let me ask the state. Let me ask the chat. Hey, chat. For people who've been here for a while, where have I always said I'm from, and where am I at? Yeah, we had to see my chat to weigh in. There we go. There's one. Where have I always said that I'm from? Have y'all ever heard me claim to be from Washington or say that I'm in Washington? All right, so Pamela, you ever got me confused with somebody else, or you've definitely gotten your wires crossed somewhere? Because never once have I ever been in Washington. Well, I've been in Washington, but it's been many, many years ago. But never on TikTok have I been in Washington. Never have I claimed to be in Washington. So, um, am I freezing again? Bless it. I do have an unstable connection right now, so if I freeze, I apologize. Just glitched for a second. All right, Carrie. Uh, Larva, they are back at the room. I had to leave the room because the service is bad in the hotel. So there's no way to see them at this moment, but maybe later we do another live or something. So that breeze is so nice. Sun's going to come out here in a little while and warm it up a little. So, but guys, any help at all for anything today? Because I don't know if we're going to have the money for the room. But then we're stuck in a situation where I don't have gas in the car. Um, it's like I'd be I'd be screwed over right now if someone called me and said, "Hey, come for a job interview," because I don't think I can get there. Like that's how low my gas is. Morning, Bama girl. I did used to wrestle. Now that seems like a lifetime ago now. Guys, I might have to dig some pants out of the trunk for too long. About today's situation, uh, I honestly don't know how to get. I honestly don't know how to get through it besides just praying on it and hoping, hoping things get better. Hoping things get better. Uh, Buff a few times in passing where people would bring him into a show. Always liked the guy though. Seen him on TV a lot. That's pretty cool. He's your uncle though. He just recently had some bad misfortune with his leg though. Boy, Mom, I have a bad right knee um, that I was told a few years ago I need a knee replacement. My hip is from all the years of wrestling. My hip is actually offset. Um, it's pushed over. You know how you look at someone's hip and they go straight up and down. You know, it's supposed to. Well, not just perfectly straight, but you know what I mean. Um, and That didn't do it. So, and I've got a bad right ankle also. So pretty well, my whole right leg is garbage. Um, Dang, I mean, is my connection better now? Yeah, Storm, it's definitely getting fall time. Unbreakable's got her heat on already. Yeah, he seems to be doing really good with his amputation. I see him on online and stuff all the time, and he seems like he's doing really good. He was just here in Memphis, not here. Like I'm not in Memphis, but he was just down here in Memphis doing an appearance for Memphis Wrestling, and he seemed like he was in really good spirits. So, Hunter, I can still work. I just can't do factory work anymore. Um, so I haven't thought about applying for disability because I can still work. Uh, Disability when I can still work. So, just a little quick update. We're $45 short from keeping the room. So, if anybody can help with anything towards that, thank you for the help. I'm not going to mention a name. Um, if you want your name mentioned, you can definitely say you sent it. Good morning, Tanya. I missed your good morning back there. I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss anybody else talking. Yeah, it's tough. It's I know looking down the road, I'm gonna have to have some work done to me. Um, they wanted to do the knee um, several years ago, and I just couldn't. I couldn't take the time off to have it done. They was talking about pulling me out of work, and my work didn't have a uh, they didn't have a light duty. So if I got pulled off, I was just gonna be on short term. Hey, Silver Foxy, TNT Mom, any help would be appreciated. It really would. Uh, I just tagged you in my CA. Hey, Silver Foxy, sunshine's starting to come out. I didn't park underneath the shade tree today because it was cloudy, and there's not a shade tree here. So, again, thank you for who sent the 25. We appreciate it. Um, yes, TNA Mom. That's our TNA Mom. TNT Mom. That is CA. He was a Kevin Nash fan. I just seen that too. I never did watch much Kevin Nash. They're $45 short for being able to keep the room. The room. Um, first, and then try to figure out something with gas for the car. Um, okay, thank you. Wish my neck would pop. I carry all my tension and stress in my neck, and boy, I can tell. The last few days, I've been carrying it heavy. Usually, I can pop my neck and I feel better, but man, I can't get it to pop these last few days, and it's just like, yeah, it's killing me. Really wished I'd have grabbed something to drink before I left the room. I'm so thirsty, guys. Am I still freezing up some? I don't know why TikTok's got such unstable connection because I'm showing 5G and everything. Am I freezing up, guys? Like, I don't know how to fix it besides just completely get out of this area. And I don't know. Maybe it just likes to be held in my left hand. It's like, and like I said, I don't get it because like I can see a cell tower. I've got good connection. It's just something about TikTok today just doesn't want to. Sorry for that ugly face. Whew, my eyes started itching really bad. But if anybody can help with anything towards the 45, that's what we're short. And uh, trying to keep room of the night, and then try to figure out everything else after that, I guess. I don't know. There you go, TNT Mom. I reposted it. We'll start worrying about tomorrow once we get today's worrying over. That's kind of the best way I can handle situations right now. Um, I did. Thank you so much for that. So that puts us. See, that's 7. Hey, thank you so much. That helps. That helps a lot. It really does. Um, God bless. I remember hearing that song growing up. One day at a time, sweet Jesus. I had my last paycheck, so I paid it for a week. That was all I had. No, that's how rumors get started. The I believes. Well, I believe they said this, and I believe they did that, and I believe this happened. And then those I believes, take them for what you will. So, not to my knowledge, they haven't yet. Um, they're being very, very vague with any information that they're giving. Very vague with any information that they're giving me at all. Um, which I think is weird because um, it involves my life. Um, it's like, I don't know. I don't know if they're worried I'm going to tell somebody what's going on and might blow a case for them or what, but to my knowledge right now, no one's been arrested. Um, so there's been, or to my knowledge right now, no one has, they haven't figured out exactly who's writing the letter. Writing the letters. Let me put it that way. To my knowledge right now, yeah, TNT Mom. I just seen that comment. Yeah, so those I believes that gets rumors started, and he was like, "I believe I'm a millionaire." That is funny. That is funny. Um, so, to my knowledge, it hasn't been pinpointed yet on who. Um, and like I said, they've been kind of vague on what I've been told. Um, so I don't know. I've never been in the middle of a situation like this. So I don't know the protocol and how they handle it. But yeah, some information would be pretty awesome. But I guess it is what it is. But we are $38 short. Pick out. They usually give us to about 12. Um, Storm. I don't know why somebody would do that either. I heard one of the phone calls when they was calling in daily to Motel 6. Um, I heard the guy, recognized his voice. Uh, uh, the I, you know, um, but then he got kicked out of his last hotel. They was cooking in the room and was told they couldn't cook anymore. That's when they got kicked out. And they're doing the same thing in yours. I've seen video. This is what the guy said. I've seen them on TikTok, and y'all's carpets look horrible. Motel 6 didn't have carpets. God bless. I don't know how much of that y'all heard. That puts us unbelievably close to being able to pay for the room for the next day. Uh, yeah, but they told them about the carpets and said I was doing it to their room. And Motel. Would would you happen to remember where you seen? About to give an update. I'm doing math in my head. Thank you, TNT Mom, for the little kitty cats. I'm trying to do the math in my head, and for some reason, I'm not mathing right now. It's just like, let's see, 38 from being able to pay for the room today. Um, it seems to be a question that should not be asked. That seems a little off there. That would put us right at 70 to be able to pay for the room, and that would definitely be appreciated. Yeah, that's definitely a private question, and no one's business but mine and Angela's. Yeah, that's very weird. Yeah, that's what I'm sitting here trying to wrap my mind around. Like, why would anybody just ask that question? It's like that was too strange. That was too strange. All right, guys, we have enough. We have enough for the room. Everybody who helped with the room. Um, I'm going to stay on for a little bit longer uh, because the room was the biggest part of the day that we was worried about. I'm waiting on a total from Angela enough to be able to go get the money for the room and come back and get a little bit of gas, and then figure the rest of the day out from there. She asked if me and Angela was intimate. Yeah. So, yeah, very weird. Um, Especially just for somebody randomly off of TikTok. It's like, I don't know who they was. Never talked to them before. You know, that was just weird. Thank you for the gifts. Rodney, right now, I'm not sure, man. I'm really not. I'm I'm trying. I'm also trying to keep a roof over our head, gas in the car, and uh, food on the table. Uh, I'm trying my best, man. I really am. And I definitely apologize that it's gotten messed up a little bit. So, Ron, me and him still kind of talk. As far as I know, he's trying to recover from his surgeries. Um, and he's trying to bounce back from that. So we still talk off and on. Um, I don't know why he doesn't get on TikTok as much anymore. But we're all humans. We're going to have falling outs with people. Is how we handle it. Is the is I don't know what I'm trying to say. Is a measure of, I don't know. There's an old saying that used to be something like, how you handle this is a measure of humanity. I don't remember it exactly. Me and Ron, we did. I won't go deep into it, but he messaged me mad about some stuff. I didn't answer it in a timely fashion. Um, when I usually it's, man, how you doing? Hope you're having a good day. How's the wife? I see it. I'm okay. I'll answer in a minute. My phone in my pocket, going about my day. Um, and it's like I open it back up, and I've got several DMs from him that day. Um, and it takes me like 5 minutes to read them all. He was mad over some stuff that was sent to him that supposedly came from my wife. Um, he was mad because I didn't answer the situation quick enough. Um, just overall aggravated about a lot of things. And without giving me a whole lot of time to kind of rebuttal and try to figure out, hey, what's going on. There were some things said back and forth there that was, I got frustrated. He said this, I said that. He said this, I said that. And it was just like, okay, fine, go on. Never blocked him. I never did any of that. Uh, it could be a straight hair. Am I better now? Is that better now, guys? Sometimes my beard will flip up, my mustache will flip up, and it looks like I got stuff in my nose. Anyway. Um, so time went by and everything, and I'm like, I asked Angela about it that day, and she's like, no. She see, look, hands me her phone. The messages he was talking about wasn't on her phone. And I was like, he's screenshots he sent me doesn't even have.
I'm sorry it's freezing here, y'all. It was their connection. His live stream was freezing on TikTok.
And there were some things said on live to other people's lives. And, this is that and the other. And um, again, I just sat back and I just kind of waited. I'm like, look, I'm not going to blow my top over this. Comes out that someone had made a page to look like my wife's and was messaging people off of it because other people had messages coming. And I'm talking about a Facebook page. So with that, well, it's been confusion of why it was being sent and why it was being hateful. But it happened. It's over. And go try after all and just talk and everything. But thank you everybody for the help. Y'all don't know how much we appreciate it. Um, ah, so I froze. Can y'all hear me at all? Okay. I'm getting off here. I'm gonna try to make it down to the bank and get some money out. And thank y'all for all the help. I hope everybody heard that. I just was told I was froze again. I do have enough for the room, and we'll have a $4 or $5 left over to put in the gas tank. So, and thank you for the perfume and the donut there, Pittsburgh girl. We appreciate all the gifts. So I'm gonna get off here and go take care of that, and we'll probably get back on after a while and just talk and everything and see how everybody's doing. Um, thank you everybody who's helped. Thank you everybody for the gifts. Thank you everybody for just coming in and chatting. I enjoyed the chat about birds. I really did enjoy it. That was a nice time for me. I appreciate that, guys. Let's keep praying for each other, and because no man, nothing, but the good Lord above is the only thing that's going to fix this world, and He can only fix it if we pray and believe in Him. I will. I'll holler at you guys later. Thank you all, and we appreciate you guys.